What's up, guys? My name is D'Angelo Brown, and welcome to the first episode of 2026. Woo woo! Oh yeah, we're kicking off strong, guys, with my top 15 2026 movies of this year. Without further ado, let's get poppin'. So coming in hot at number 15, we have Dr. Seuss's Cat in the Hat, which follows the mischievous feline on his toughest assignment for the Institution of Imagination and Inspiration. Try saying that 5 times fast. To cheer up siblings Gabby and Sebastian, who are struggling after moving to a new town, with the threat of losing his hat if he fails, all while exploring different whimsical worlds and potentially launching a Susieverse shared universe. And that comes out November 6th, so still some time to look forward to that. But kinda hat, guys. He's such an iconic character to the kids. You know, when kids see Kinda Hat on, back in the day, guys, Kinda Hat, such a big character. The Kinda Hat knows a lot about that. That was my show back in the day. Seen that. I've seen the Michael Myers Kinda Hat, and I've seen the Grinch, which I know that's really not counting a part of the Kinda Hat, but Dr. Seuss is still involved with the Grinch. And you know, there's actually a whole movie where the Grinch and the Kinda Hat meet. But let's not get off track, guys. This new Kinda Hat, I don't think it's gonna flop. I think that it's actually gonna do pretty well in theaters, because a lot of young ones are probably gonna want to see the Kinda Hat because I don't know who doesn't read the Dr. Seuss books anymore, but I'm pretty sure at least every kid by now has read at least one Kinda Hat book, and they're familiar with the Kinda Hat character. The animation is peak, my guys. The animation is peak. And the voice actor is so good. They got the guy who voices, forgive me for not knowing his name, who voices Flint Lockwood from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. So if you guys are watching the trailer and saying, hey, why do I recognize that voice? It's because it's the same guy who played Flint Lockwood. I'm still waiting for that Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 3, guys. Still waiting for that. Okay, coming in at number 14, we have The Odyssey, based off the book about a guy named Odysseus who is trying to find his way back home after the Trojan War, but he faces many obstacles such as Cyclops or other mythical creatures. And that releases July 17th of this year, guys. And The Odyssey, you guys, I feel like if you really want to get the experience out of it, read the Odyssey book, because it's so good. Read the book. The Odyssey book. I don't know if there's a whole series. I'm pretty sure there's just one book, though. Me personally, I haven't read the whole thing, but I've read snips and a little bit of it, and I'd say that The Odyssey is on its way to becoming a fantastic movie. They have a fantastic cast in front of it. Tom Holland is in it, and Zendaya. Yeah, they kind of just snuck their ways into the movie. Because you know, if a movie has Tom Holland in it, it's act and Zendaya. Okay, like that's kind of total package right there, if I do say so myself. The Odyssey has a lot of whimsical creatures in it. I know that's going to get a lot of people's attention. The Cyclops. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but there's so much creatures that could possibly appear. There's so many gods that appear in it. Think of it, if you guys like Percy Jackson, then you guys are gonna like this, because it's all mythological creatures, all things from mythology. So if you guys are into all that, like Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief, all those books, all the movies, all the shows. If you guys like all that stuff, I think the Odyssey will be a good movie for you to check out July 17th. Coming in at number 13, we have Jumanji 4. If you're counting the very original one with Robin Williams as the first one, and then you're counting the one with The Rock as number 2, and then the sequel to that one as number 3, so this one will be number 4. So, and this is confirmed as the final chapter in the reboot series, picking up from the next level's cliffhanger, where avatars and creatures spill into the real world, forcing the main cast to team up with the original players to stop the game from fully merging reality and the game world, featuring new threats, a potential bigger scale, and the return of Nick Jonas as Seaplane McDowell. That releases December 11th. Make sure you guys get your tickets. Jumanji 4, guys. How are we feeling about this? Feel like it's gonna be cool to see, because this time we get to see the actual video game characters, and they get to meet the actual kids. So it's not gonna be the kids inside the avatar's bodies anymore. It's gonna be the video game characters actually saying, "What's going on, Spencer? What's going on?" So that's gonna be cool to see how they actually act without the kids actually inside their bodies. Because most of the movie you actually don't see. You don't see the kids actually be themselves. Or, well, they still do be themselves, but they have the character skills. So it'll be cool to see what skills they bring to the table when they team up with the video game characters. Very interesting stuff, guys. Very interesting stuff here. They're bringing the video game into the real world just like they did with the very first Jumanji movie. And if Robin Williams was still alive, I'm telling you guys, if he was still alive, he probably would have made a cameo in this movie. But since he's not, RIP, I don't think we're going to see any signs of him in this movie. But they could. They could throw little Easter eggs here and there to the very first Jumanji movie, if they really wanted to. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I'm a big fan of the Jumanji movies myself. I think that it's don't know what the right word is. I wouldn't say realistic. It's very lively. I like the whole Jumanji word and everything. I even have the game, guys. I have the board game, play it from time to time. You know, it's just the whole experience to immerse yourself in this whole world, in this whole game world called Jumanji. I feel like the first one did it the best, but it's good to see other people try. It's good to see other people also give their own versions of movies. I love to see that. And so, Jumanji 4, how we feeling, guys? December 11th. Check it out. Leave your comments in the description about Jumanji 4, and make sure you buy your tickets to see it December 11th. And coming in at number 12, we have Masters of the Universe. And here's the plot description for you guys. Young Prince Adam crash lands on Earth as a child, separated from his power sword, and must find it decades later to return to his home planet of, forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, Eternia, and become He-Man, defending it from the evil Skeletor, with the film blending nostalgic elements with a fresh take on the beloved characters. This releases June 6th. Now, they have made a Masters of the Universe movie in the past, a live action. This is also going to be a live action. And I'd say that it's pretty. I'd say that this looks, because they've already released some photos of the movie, so I say it looks pretty good. Me personally, I didn't grow up on too many Masters of the Universe, but I do know some things. I've seen some of the episodes. I know who He-Man is. I know who Skeletor is. And I'd say that this would be worth a go. I know a lot of the older generation grew up on Masters of the Universe. And I'd say that this is going to get a lot of fans back in there. All the original fans, all the adults who used to be kids watching it. you're gonna see them in there. And then if they start showing their children Masters of the Universe, their kids will be riding there with them. I feel like once the trailer for this movie releases, an average kid is going to want to see it. A movie about a man with all these muscles. He has his own sword. He's fighting off this skeleton-like being. I feel like that right there is enough to get a kid to go walk down and see a movie. Because it kind of reminds me a little bit of Superman. Because Superman, it's like if you combined it, Superman and Thor together. Because Superman also has to get crash landed on Earth. But then the story element that they put in is the whole Power Sword storyline. Because when Thor gets cast out, if you guys remember in the very first Thor movie, when Odin kind of kicks him out of Asgard, he has to find his hammer so he can face off against Loki, who's kind of taken over. So I don't know if they took inspiration from that or not, but it's a good plot all in all. I can't wait to see what they do with it. And that releases June 6th. Don't forget. I'll go over all these release dates at the end of the video so you guys don't forget them. And coming in at number 11 we have Supergirl, which follows a jaded anti-heroic cop Zoel who drinks on the red sun planets to cope with Krypton's destruction, but must embark on an epic cosmic quest for revenge and justice when a ruthless enemy threatens her, forcing her to team up with an unlikely companion and confront her past to find her path as a hero. And that releases June 26th, which I like the first Superman movie, so I feel like that I might also check this one out. It's based off of a comic book, so if you guys just buy the comic book, and if you guys like that, then maybe you should check out the movie. I watched the trailer, and it's kind of got me hyped because they show a scene with her and Crypto, and I don't know if Crypto's gonna die, guys, but I feel deep down in my soul if they kill off Crypto, I'm going to be tearing up in that theater, bro. And Crypto was such a good character in the Superman movie. So it would be so sad if they just killed him off. But I feel like they're not gonna kill off Crypto because they didn't kill him off in Superman. And also because Crypto's a beloved character. But I'm not saying it's not possible. Take my words with a grain of salt, guys. They still could easily kill off Crypto if they really wanted to. And if you guys probably like the fighting style is going to be a little different than the one we see in Superman, though, because Superman's cousin, Kara, is a teenager. So it's all a different thing. So she has her own fighting style. She's more like the rebel type of Superman. But the fighting choreography looks fantastic. I couldn't say that it looks bad at all because it doesn't. DC, I wouldn't say they're in the best spot right now because not many people go see that movie. Like the Flash movie flopped. The Flash movie was good. I feel like a lot of people these days, if it's not a good movie, like if it's not a Batman movie, it's not good. But in my opinion, for the DC franchise, I don't think that's the case. Because everyone's all like, the Batman movie part 1 was one of the best movies we've ever seen. I feel like, no, because the Batman movie I watched, did we watch the same Batman, guys? Because I feel like that just wasn't the Batman I was hoping for. And everyone's all hyped about it. And then everybody overlooks all the other good DC movies that have came out in the past, like Blue Beetle, The Flash, Superman. I know Superman got a lot of attention because a lot of people love that movie, but The Flash got so much backlash and hate. It was crazy. So I hope that the Supergirl movie actually does good because it looks good. So I hope, for the sake of the DC universe, I hope that it does good. And that releases June 26th. Leave a comment. So what do you guys think Crypto's gonna die? Let me know in the comments below. Coming in at number 10, we have Scream 7, which follows Sidney Prescott, who gets forced out of retirement in Indiana when a new ghost face targets her daughter, Tatum, bringing back Gail Weathers, Dewey Riley, and survivors Chad and Mindy for a new mystery that ties into the franchise's past. And this releases February 27th, and I gotta say, guys, kinda hyped for Scream 7. Okay, after Dewey died, I kinda gave up on the Scream franchise. But now that I hear that he's confirmed to be coming back, oh yeah, guys, front row tickets right there. And it's also confirmed that Stu is coming back. Stu Macker, who was one of the first ghost faces in the very first Scream movie. Oh yeah, guys, we're gonna have some fun with this. Bringing back some originals. I mean, Gail Weathers. I feel like Gail always finds a way into these movies. But I feel like with Dewey and Stu coming back, I feel like that this movie's gonna get a lot of love until like everyone, the first people who see it, and then if they start like just leaking everything online as people do these days, then no one's gonna see the movie. So I hope that that doesn't happen, and I hope that they don't like. I hope that when they confirmed that Dewey and Stu are coming back, I hope that those two characters are not in a flashback of some sort. Cause that would be like so sad. Bring them back for a flashback. I'd actually, cause like we actually never see Stu die, so I feel like that he could be brought back, and I feel like that Dewey in some way could probably come back. You know what I mean? I don't remember, but did we actually like bury his body? Cause if we didn't bury Dewey's body, or if he like faked his death or something, you know? Cause cops can do that. Cops can fake their death, so you know. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens. I just hope it's not a flashback. Please don't be a flashback. But let me know, are you guys excited for Scream 7? I mean, we're getting new characters. We get to see Sydney's daughter, and we'll have to see her face this new ghost face, which I have a theory that is probably Stu. But I could always be wrong, and Stu could be some big mastermind pulling all the strings from behind the curtain, like Wizard of Oz or something like that. So it's gonna be cool to see how this all unfolds. That will be releasing February 27th. Make sure to check it out. And coming in at number 9, we have The Goat, which is about a small goat named Will who gets a once in a lifetime shot to join the pros and play war ball, a high intensity, full contact sport that's dominated by the fastest, fiercest animals in the world. Ridiculed by his teammates, Will becomes determined to revolutionize the sport and prove that small can play ball. Oh! And that releases February 13th. I've always been a fan of these basketball movies, the Looney Tunes, Space Jam movies. Always got down to me, so I can't wait to see what they do with this. And Stephen Curry is going to be directing this film, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he's voicing one of the characters. So that's going to be cool to see. The GOAT. So the GOAT movie, I can't wait to see that. The visuals were stunning. The animation. They have the same it's the same animators who worked on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So that's really hyped to see. We're probably going to get some cool basketball shots in there. And if this movie does well, who knows? They might get a sequel. Who knows? We might get more animated basketball movies. You know, it'd be cool if this movie went well. They made another Looney Tunes movie. I mean, there's not a big chance of another Space Jam movie coming out soon. But I'm just saying that if this movie does well, they can make a lot more basketball movies in the future. Or a sequel to this one. Well, all in all, I think this movie's gonna be a banger. Can't wait to see it. a goat shooting some hoops, a small little goat going against some of the tall players, teaching some of the basketball players who are not so tall that y'all still have a chance in the big leagues. And that releases February 13th. And coming up on number 8 spot, we have Angry Birds 3. Now this movie has no official plot yet, but we can take some guesses at what it's gonna be about. So the first Angry Bird movies, Angry Birds 1 and 2, they introduced the first one, it was just the birds and the pigs fighting off against each other. In the second one, we got introduced to a whole new island, Eagle Island. Which I feel like that in the third one, they could introduce a new island. I don't know, maybe keep the same formula because it kind of works. The same formula. Introduce a new island, maybe each movie. I don't know. There's also some rumors going around that Red and Silver, with Silver being Red's love interest from number 2, that they could have a whole thing going for them and they could have children. I hope that doesn't happen because I feel like that does not need to happen. That's not something I would sit down and watch happen. I don't want to see that little Red Jr. or anything like that. No, Red does not need to have a kid of any sort. Sure, it could be funny to see another little version of him being a grouch, but that's not what I want to see from the Angry Birds franchise. Now, number 2, I won't say, I'm a heartfelt for number 1, okay? Number 2, it kind of disappointed me some though, okay? They kind of I won't say they ruined Red's character arc, but I'm a little disappointed of how he acted in number 2. Because they kind of just gave him this whole love plot and all that. And I feel like that's kind of what they've been doing to a lot of good characters. They give them this whole, love plot, and then all that extra work they've been doing to make this character as mean and as, tough, all that just, falls to pieces. They did the same thing with Mr. Snake in the Bad Guys 2. They did the same thing with Nick Wilde and Zootopia 2. So much disappointed, guys. So much disappointment. I don't know what all the movie companies, they're having a whole meeting in their offices and be like, hey guys, we should all do this. It's a great idea. It's not a great idea. So I hope they make that it'd be cool if they focused a little more time on some of the other characters. I feel like Bomb as a character doesn't get that much screen time, so maybe he could have a little side plot. Maybe you give each of the characters their own side plot, or dig a little deeper into some of the characters. Cause that'd be cool to see some of the other characters actually. It'd be cool to see Chuck. Maybe we give Chuck his own little backstory or whatever. I mean, sure, we get a little bit of that backstory in the very first movie, but it's not like we get a deep dive. They mostly try to focus on Red as being the center of attention in the second one, with his whatever he and Silver got going on. But it'd be cool to see what else is going on with all the other characters just living their lives. So let me know, guys. Are you guys excited for Angry Birds 3? And we're probably gonna be getting a trailer soon, but not for a while. That movie comes out December 23rd. So we have a bit to wait, but hey, we can wait. And coming in at number 7, we have the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Din Djarin and Grogu helping the New Republic hunt down dangerous Imperial warlords threatening the fragile galaxy, bridging the gap to the larger conflict. And that releases May 22nd, which I gotta say, that I love the series of the Mandalorian and Grogu. The series really just ate the cake for me. So I'm really interested to see what they're going to do in this new movie. I hope that they I hope that they don't just push a lot of things into it. So therefore, I hope it doesn't feel rushed. I hope they don't add a lot of scenes, and the movie just feels like a lot of stuff is happening at once. I hope that it just flows the pace, because I know that some Star Wars movies don't really flow the pace. In 1 minute you're somewhere, and the next minute you're somewhere else. I feel like that this movie is gonna do pretty good, because I know the series got a lot of attention. I know a lot of people checked it out, and it did pretty well. So the movie could do pretty well. I hope it actually feels like a movie and not just like a series, that they just crammed a whole bunch of episodes into one movie. I hope it's not like that. And I know that there's gonna be some stunning shots. We might get some more background information on the Mandalorian, so that'd be cool. Maybe get some more on Grogu. Maybe he's gonna get stronger in the Force. That'd be cool to see. In this new trailer, it seems like that he's helping out the Mandalorian a lot now. So seems like he's on his way, guys. He's on his way to becoming the next big Jedi. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he becomes a Jedi. Maybe he doesn't. We'll have to find out and see. If he gets a lightsaber, now that's when all the audience is gonna stand up. If they give baby Grogu a lightsaber, oh yeah, that's when you know Star Wars is back. A lot of people are saying Star Wars is dead now. I feel like that's not really true. It's still kind of alive, guys. It's still alive. I know a lot of people don't really like the whole new. I'm gonna call it the whole Rey franchise. The whole thing they got going with Rey's character. But I feel like that it was still pretty good. But I feel like that they killed off a lot of the main characters in that point of the Star Wars franchise. So I wasn't too happy about that. They killed off Han and Leia. So at least Luke didn't die. Oh wait, Luke turned into a Force ghost. Never mind. Luke had a terrible fate too. So it feels like they killed off a lot of the main guys. But I don't think no one's gonna die in this new Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Matter of fact, we might get to see some special guests maybe. Maybe they throw in a little Force ghost here, with a Force ghost there. We get a Force ghost version of Luke. That'd be cool to see. Or maybe Force Ghost Yoda or Force Ghost Mace Windu. You know, that's cool to see. But we'll see what happens on May 22nd. I feel like this movie should have come out May the 4th, since that's the official Star Wars Day. But maybe it might have not been ready by then. So May 22nd it is. Coming in at number 6, we have the Michael Jackson movie. Witness this incredible story of Michael Jackson and how he became one of the most popular singers to this day. And that releases April 24th. The story of Michael Jackson, guys. Michael's been gone for some time now, RIP. But I think it's still great that they're honoring him with this movie. And one of his cousins is supposed to be playing him in this movie. That's cool that they could actually find a relative. I'm not informed if they're going to include any of his other family members that are still living. It'd be cool to see some of them in the movie. So I know that they're gonna have a lot of songs in that movie, because Michael Jackson has made a lot of songs. Sung a lot of songs. You know, he has some good singles like Billie Jean. And then he has songs that he sung with his brothers before, like ABC or I Want You Back. So there's a lot of good songs. So I know that they're gonna fit. I know they're probably gonna try to fit all of them in the movie, and that's gonna be cool to see how they do that, and they tell the story of Michael Jackson. So it's technically like an origin story movie, a biopic, if you will, guys. The biopic of Michael Jackson. So that's definitely gonna be one to see, guys. Yee-hee. Okay, guys, I know I'm not no Michael Jackson. You don't gotta tell me twice. Comes out April 24th. Make sure you guys are all there. And coming in at number 5, coincidentally, we have Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5's plot centers on the toy's struggle to remain relevant as owner Bonnie becomes engrossed in digital devices. Introducing a new tablet character, LilyPad, as a central conflict that challenges traditional play and tests the toy's purpose. With a focus on Jesse's leadership and the potential return of Woody to help the gang in this toy meets tech adventure. But they must also face the threat of a bunch of Buzz Lightyears that have malfunctioned. And this releases June 19th, guys. That's a pretty telling plot right there. That's something that's gonna make you want to get up and go to the theater, because I know a lot of fans, me included, we were not happy about how number 4 ended, with Buzz and Woody just saying goodbye. Nuh-uh. So in this movie, they're somehow going to reunite, and then they're gonna have to figure out this whole issue that Bonnie has earned by her parents, which I don't know if that's probably the best choice. Parents giving Bonnie, what is Bonnie now? Like maybe 8? Giving Bonnie a tablet. I mean, now she's not going to want to play with her toys at all. But I feel like this kind of reflects where this society is going. A lot of kids are getting electronic devices, and all those toys that they've had in the past no longer matter to them. Because they can play this game and that game, and I can text this person and that person. So it's going to be really cool how they show how the toys are going to face off against this new threat. And I know this is going to be especially hard for Jessie, who, if you guys remember her backstory, she was abandoned by her owner and left in a donations box. So I feel like that this could really focus on Jessie's character as a whole. But then we also can't forget about that whole Buzz Lightyear malfunctioning thing going on. So can't wait to see how they incorporate that in the movie. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that they have 2 villains in a Toy Story movie. They did the same thing in Toy Story 2, where they put Zurg as the villain, and they put the Prospector. And I guess you could also count Al from Al's Toy Barn if you guys really wanted to. So it's possible to add more than one villain in the movie. I can't wait to see how they pull that off, how the toys face off against this new villain, and I hope they don't just make the plot that electronics are bad or whatever. I hope they don't do something like that. I hope they actually go a bit deeper into it and tell us why toys are actually still important to play with, and the toys find out their purpose. So it's gonna be cool how they include all that things in the movie. Can't wait to check it out. Make sure you guys check it out June 19th. And coming in at number 4, we have the Wile versus Acme movie. Wile E. Coyote has sued the Acme Corporation for their notorious defective products that always fail in his pursuit of the Roadrunner, hiring a down-on-his-luck Schumann lawyer to represent him in a humorous courtroom battle, uncovering corporate secrets and forming a bond with his attorney while facing off against Acme's intimidating legal team. And this releases August 28th. Can't wait to see it, guys. Wile E. Coyote is going up against the Acme Corporation. That's going to be some things right there, guys. Because most Looney Tunes movies we've seen, they usually focus on the star, of course, Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck. So it's cool to see them focusing on another character. And then, if this movie goes well, we could see maybe more solo Looney Tunes movie. We could get a Marvin Manhunter movie. We could get maybe we could get a Sylvester and Tweety Bird movie. The possibilities are endless. We could even get a Yosemite Sam movie, guys. The possibilities of, if this movie goes well, this movie has actually gone through a lot of trouble before it even got produced. It was originally canceled. There's a whole story about that. I'll tell you guys another time. We can't wait to see what Wile Coyote brings to the table in this fun movie. You know, since he can't really talk, unless they're actually going to make him talk in this movie, or they're just going to give him the signs that he's always had. Because they don't have an actual trailer for this yet, but I can't wait to see the trailer. I know test screenings for this movie have proved to be very good, so now it's only a matter of time before the audience gets to see it on the big screen. Make sure you guys check out Wile vs. Acme on August 28th. And coming in at number 3, we have Mercy, which is a sci-fi thriller starring Chris Pratt as a detective accused of murdering his wife, who must prove his innocence in 90 minutes to an advanced AI judge in a futuristic AI-powered court system. This movie is actually very close to releasing, and that comes out January 23rd. Very, very exciting, guys. Mercy? Oh, yeah. I saw the trailer. It's actually pretty hype, you know? With Chris Pratt having to face off against an AI system. Seems very, very realistic to what may be happening in our near future if we're not careful. We have all these AI apps, and we have this whole thing where we can ask AI questions, but that could be the downfall of our society if we just keep relying on all this tech to get in our way. So, and this may prove why sometimes AI can fail. I actually have a theory that this AI is actually evil and has been convicting innocent people. I can't confirm it because the movie's not out yet, but it's just a theory, guys, that it could be true, it could be false. Take it with a grain of salt, you know? And Chris Pratt, I know he's gonna eat the cake in this movie. He's always done so well in other movies that are not related to Marvel. I've seen him in a couple. So it's gonna see how well he does and how well the writers of this movie did. So it's coming out January 23rd. Don't miss Mercy in theaters. And coming in at number 2, we have Avengers Doomsday, which has superheroes such as the X-Men, the Avengers, and so many more join forces against a new threat, Doctor Doom, which that releases December 18th. And we've been seeing a little bits of teaser trailers here and there, but we don't know when we're supposed to be actually getting a full-length trailer. But time will tell, people. Time will tell. Avengers Doomsday, can't wait for it. We get to see all these characters from different dimensions talking to each other, interacting with each other to face this new threat. And one of the most interesting things that's going to be in this movie is that Doctor Doom is going to be played by Robert Downey Jr. You heard me right. Robert Downey Jr. I can't believe that this Marvel will not let this guy go. He died in Avengers Endgame, and now they're bringing him back for more. It's going to be cool to see that dynamic between him and Peter Parker, as Peter is going to be fighting off this threat. He's going to be like, wait a second, because he's going to hold back some, because he's going to be like, wasn't that my mentor? So, you know, I feel like that might be the same for a few other characters, like maybe Captain America, because, you know, him and Tony were really close. Or maybe if they put Pepper in the suit again, like they did in Endgame, then she could be like, wait a second, isn't that Tony? Or what if you guys, like, I hope that Morgan's in the movie. Give Morgan her own suit. That would be so good. Morgan having her own suit, and then she's gonna be like, Dad? And he's gonna be like, and who are you? I know, but it's gonna be like an Endgame when Wanda is fighting Thanos, and Wanda was all like, "You took everything from me," and Thanos was all like, "I don't even know who you are." I feel like it's gonna give that kind of dynamic. It's gonna see how some other characters interact, like the Fantastic Four's Reed Richards, Bruce Banner, and the Beast are interacting with each other. Some of the smartest guys over there. You're gonna see other people like, I'm thinking about good combos. Like maybe if they bring back OG Hawk, you could see him and you could see the Thing interacting. Cause you know in the comics, Hawk and Thing, they have fought before, so they've had reasons to fight each other. So that's gonna be cool to see. I know that the Fantastic Four and the Wakandans are supposed to be having a moment with each other, interacting. So that's gonna be cool to watch some characters from different dimensions interacting with each other. And one thing that's real interesting is who is going to be the next Black Panther. Because I feel like no one could replace Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace, my guy. But I feel like that no one could replace him. So I feel like that the next good thing to do is probably get his son to play. You know, at the end of Wakanda Forever, you showed that him and Nadia had a son. So it's just kind of like maybe probably speed up the process or whatever so that in Avengers Doomsday, he's probably going to be the next Black Panther. But I wonder who the actor's going to be. That also kind of questions a little bit. I feel like if you guys could just like maybe get permission from Chadwick Boseman's family, and then like y'all could probably like the makeup team or whatever, they could probably get another guy to look exactly like him, and with some good vocal practice, he could probably sound just like him too. So I feel like that's possible, that's doable if they're willing to do all that. But I feel like that Marvel's not gonna be willing to do all that. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Comes out December 18th. Make sure you guys check out Avengers Doomsday. Doom is coming. And coming in at number 1, we have Spiderman Brand New Day, which releases July 31st, which is not an official plot on this yet, but I'm already hyped for the next Spider-Man movie, guys. Because Spider-Man No Way Home kind of left us on a cliffhanger. Peter was at the cafe. He did not go through his plan on talking to MJ, telling him that, hey, we used to be together. I'm Spider-Man. And I know you guys don't remember me because that whole spell went on. And it could have been a whole good plan. But he decided he respected that he saw her living her life and he did not want to interfere with it. So respect to you, Peter. But I can't wait to see how this new movie incorporates things, because now there's a lot of rumors going around that the Hulk is supposed to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I don't think that's confirmed, but it'd be cool to see Spider-Man and the Hulk fight. And like when we think about Hulk, are we thinking about like the Bruce Banner Hulk, or are we talking about a different Hulk? Because we could be talking about, because there's many versions of the Hulk. You know what I mean? And also, if you guys just bring Smart Hulk in there, a lot of people are going to be mad, me included. So, I don't think that'd be a safe idea. And then also, the Punisher is said to be in this movie. He's actually confirmed to be in it. So, it'd be cool to see that Spider-Man and Punisher, if they're probably going to be working together. But you know, Punisher is more of a hard cold killer, and Spider-Man's kind of the guy like, we just kind of capture people, but we don't actually kill them. Spider-Man does not kill people. Okay? So let's just get that straight for a second. So it'd be cool to see like Punisher trying to kill all these guys, and Spider-Man's like, wait, we need to do this my way. And so it'd be cool to see how their dynamic goes as characters. Then we have the mysterious Sadie Sink, who nobody knows who she's playing or anything about the characters. So, there's a lot of people she could be playing. She could be playing the red-haired version of Mary Jane Watson, which I'd love to see that, so that'd be cool to see. Or she could be playing, maybe, if they dyed her hair, she could be playing Gwen Stacy, or she could be playing the Black Cat, one of Spider-Man's enemies, or she could be playing some character that we just don't know about. Because people are speculating just because she has red hair, she could be playing a wide variety of characters, but I think people forget that you could easily just dye her hair a different color. So it's gonna be cool to see who she actually ends up playing. I think my best guess, I want her to play the redhead version of Mary Jane Watson. So I want to see that, and then I want to see because Peter's gonna have to be struggling because he's gonna be like, should I pursue this? Because if she ends up being a love interest of some sort, then he's gonna be all like, should I pursue this? And what about MJ? Oh, speaking of MJ, it's rumored that she's supposed to be having a boyfriend in this movie. Very interesting, very interesting. So, and then it's gonna be like, Peter's gonna be like, I know he's probably still gonna be like, watching her, but he's gonna be keeping his distance. And he's gonna see, yeah, if MJ's happy, I should leave her alone. So, because he's respecting her life. He's like, she's happy, so I'm happy. So that's kind of how it is with us guys. One girl's happy, then they're happy. So it's gonna see how Peter has to deal with that, because that's gonna be so sad, guys. And then we don't know anything else about this movie. They're probably gonna put Kingpin in this movie because this is supposed to be a ground level story. None of that multiverse type stuff. So this is gonna be a nice ground level story. Have Spider-Man swinging across the city, fighting some bad guys. But we don't really have an official plot yet. We don't even have a trailer yet. So, but we still have some time, July 31st. You guys excited? Because I know I sure am. Now for some quick honorable mentions. The Disney Hoppers movie, where the girl gets her consciousness inside of a beaver and kind of starts wreaking havoc on the animal kingdom. Then we have the new Super Mario Galaxy movie, which can't wait for that. We get to see Bowser Jr., Princess Rosalina, a lot of new characters get introduced, see what's going on in the galaxy. We'll explore a bunch of new worlds. Can't wait to see that. That releases April 3rd. And then we have the live action Moana movie, which comes out July 10th, which is technically just a live action adaptation that Disney has been doing for some time now. A lot of live action remakes. So we'll see how it does. I thought they were going to be done after Snow White, but probably after they saw that Lilo and Stitch did so well, they decided, why not we just continue on with this project? Because I know they've been working on the live action Moana for some years now. So I know some people are hating the actor who plays Moana in the new one. But we'll see. We'll see how it actually ends up looking. Because we've only had a teaser trailer, so not like we've had a full thing yet. But now time to review our movies and their release dates. Cat in the Hat comes out November 6th. Make sure to check it out. The Odyssey comes out July 17th. Jumanji 4, December 11th. Masters of the Universe, June 6th. Supergirl, June 26th. Scream 7, February 27th. The GOAT, February 13th. Angry Birds 3, December 23rd. The Mandalorian and Grogu, May 22nd. The Michael Jackson movie, April 24th. Toy Story 5, June 19th. Wile vs. Acme, August 28th. Mercy, January 23rd, Avengers Doomsday, December 18th, Spiderman Brand New Day, July 31st, Hoppers, March 6th, Super Mario Galaxy, April 3rd, and the Moana live-action remake, July 10th. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think that the biggest movie of 2026 is going to be for you. And with that being said, that's all. Bye. See ya. Until the next pop.